are you?
Good, good. Happy to be here.
We are at Gama 2020. Is it 2020? 2020. Oh my God! On Tuesday, and we have this really good game that I just played. Lions of Ida. Yay! And Jonny here is the designer. Now, I'm going to quickly get Jonny to take over to explain how the game works because this is going on Kickstarter and we give you the details after that. All right? All right, on to you, Jonny.
Yeah, so quick overview. So this is a engine building, tableau building type game. It's also a worker placement game. It's kind of a gateway level, and your basic turn is you'll be pulling a meeple out of your bag, and then you'll be placing it down here on the main board, and you're going to choose one of these 4 locations. They're in the corners with the gates. And when you do so, you will gain the resources on your player board over here that match the pieces out here. So in this case, I'd get a blue resource and 2 red resources, one for the meeple and one for the gate itself. So that's your main mechanism for getting resources, and then you will choose a meeple to go back in your bag and effectively draw back up like a hand of 4. So you always have 4 meeples in your bag. Now, if I want to manage my bag, I'm going to think maybe I want to get more red goods, so I would take a red meeple to up those chances. Now these ones stay out here at the gate, so that's making it a little bit sweeter for the next player. So imagine somebody else plays and they come along and they go like this. At this point, they're going to get 2 red goods, they're going to get 2 blue goods, and what would happen is we'd look and see if there's any pairs. So in this case, the blues are a pair, and they go into the center from which they can be drafted. So say that player is done with blue, maybe they want to get some yellows, they'll take that and they'll put that in their bag. So that's your main type of turn to get resources. You also have a little tableau over here, which will trigger certain things. So I have, for instance, these 2 cards. And what this is saying is when I place a green meeple, so I pull this out of my bag at the blue or green location, I get a bonus good. So in this case, I'd get a bonus on top of the normal thing. So you build a little engine to get more goods that way. The other type of action you can take instead of getting goods is spending your goods to buy properties. So in this case, I would say pull a meeple out of the bag, and I'm going to choose one of these quadrants to purchase properties from, presumably with the type of money that I have, which is my type of currency here. So I would look and go, okay, I'm going to go over here and maybe buy from this area. So what I do is I would pay my cost. In this case, I'd pay 3 blue resources, subtract that, and I would add this to my tableau. I could buy as many things over here as I can afford or wish to. And so in this case, maybe I'll also buy this card. And every card can be upgraded by paying the cost a second time. So in this case, I have just enough to upgrade that card as well as purchase it, in which case I flip it over, and it's worth exactly twice as much it was when it was not upgraded. Its engine is twice as powerful, and its points are twice as good. So the game would continue like that, and you get this ramp where you're building up an engine to get cards, and then eventually what happens is these golden meeples come into play. These are the Lydians. They're the first to mint coins and use currency. So we've been trading and bartering all these goods, very specific recipes to buy these cards. Once these come into play, when they go to a spot, you may sell your goods to them for their coins. So in this case, I could reduce all my yellow if I had that, and in exchange, take an equal amount of points. So these are special because they're wild. I could use these to buy cards that maybe I didn't have the right recipe for. In addition, the requirement for these purple cards. These cards give you points for things you've accomplished. So in this case, if I paid 3 coins and bought this card, at the end of the game, I'm going to get points for having red resources left over. So I would presumably want to have that up here. If I paid that cost again, it would double down on that, and I'd have lots of points for that. So of course, you're trying to make an engine, you're also trying to get coins, then to buy the purple cards that will get you extra points for the engine that you've built. So that's the basic gist of it. The first player to upgrade a significant amount of properties will trigger the end of the game, and everybody takes equal rounds, and then you look at your tableau and you count up your points on your cards, and any modifiers like this. And you also have a little influence track that could have been pushed up to get you bonus points along here. You sum that up, the player with the most points wins.
Thank you so much for that, Jonny. I really love it because this is like a Civ game engine building where it's I kind of like ended it before I probably should have. And I lost 1 point to you, but I'm quite happy. So this is really good. So this is the resources. Then you, it's just so juicy, like which resources you want and which cards you want to get. That will actually kind of like hopefully combo each other to get even more resources, and then you get coins and you get buildings. And as you said, this is like the Seven Wonder style. This is like coins at the end of the game. So let's get back to us, and then we'll discuss about the game on Kickstarter. All right. So thanks again for that.
Thank you.
When is the game going to be on Kickstarter?
Tomorrow. So this is kicking off on a Wednesday, and it's first thing in the morning, so it's going to go live from Bellwether Games on Kickstarter. It's Lions of Lydia, so it's easy to search.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to have a great first day, and then see how it shakes out.
Yeah. So look it up. Lions of Lydia on Kickstarter. Well, Jonny, just quickly a little bit about you as well. You designed Coloma, Sierra West, the Fistful of Meeple.
Yeah, so I'm a full-time game designer developer right now. Like she said, I did Sierra West, Coloma, Fistful of Meeples. I'm a co-designer on Merchant's Cove, which was on Kickstarter last summer. It's fulfilling soon.
Yeah.
And this one's in the pipeline. I got a couple other things coming up in the next year to look out for as well. And yeah, so I'm staying busy.
Very excited. That's why I was like, yes, there's a prototype. Yes, I play. All right, thank you so much for your time, Jonny.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. I'm going to stop this now.
That was the meeting. The meeting is just ending.